going on, everybody? Welcome back to Blue Collar Bassin TV. I hope you guys have been keeping it blue collar. On today's video, we're going to be talking about this Abu Garcia Black Max combo, and this is actually the new updated version that has the red knobs. Okay, the previous version just had the standard Abu Garcia knobs on it, so you're actually getting a little upgrade here. These are nice and tactile, and if you were to get your hands wet or whatever fishing, you're still gonna have a really good solid grip on the rod. So one awesome thing about this rod when you're just looking at it is the aesthetics. This thing has a really nice paint job on the rod itself. Nice little Abu Garcia accent at the bottom here, and it just follows this tribal pattern all the way up the rod. Okay, this is a 24-ton graphite rod. So it's typical what you would find on a entry-level budget combo, and this is actually a medium rod. So I use this rod for like crankbaits primarily. Also, it's just a good all-around combo, so you can fish any kind of bait with this. So right now I have a little bitsy bug jig tied on, since we're targeting some smallmouth out here on this river. But yeah, it's pretty good and pretty versatile for any type of bait. If you're wondering about the gear ratio, it's a 6:4 to 1 gear ratio, which is a good all-around medium of the road gear ratio. That way you can still crank in those big heavy jigs if you need to. If you land a big fish, you're still gonna have that winching power that you would expect out of a good reel. And also it's still not gonna be too slow. That way you can still throw the baits that you wanna move pretty quick. This does have the zirconium guide inserts, so that's going to improve the longevity of your line. And I have 12-pound fluorocarbon tied on right now, and this does awesome with this rod. Another thing from Abu Garcia that is awesome is their little hook keeper, and that's what I love about Abu Garcia rods, is this hook keeper is in a perfect place just to place your bait back. That way it's not down here like a lot of manufacturers have, where if you were to grab your rod, you know, getting it out of the vehicle or something, you had the potential to actually grab a hook. And you're also not having to stick it on the reel up here where you could damage your reel and scratch it up. So that's also a really nice feature. So other than that, your drag is not audible. It doesn't have the positive clicks, but that's not a big issue. Taking a closer look at the drag system here, like I said, it doesn't have the positive audible clicks, but it does have a max drag of 18 pounds, which is probably more than enough to pull in any bass that you're gonna be fishing with this. And the spool tensioner also doesn't have the positive audible clicks, but that's also not a deal breaker. This reel also features a magnetic braking system. So breaking down the actual magnetic braking system of this thing, it has like a little quick release here, which is a really awesome design. There's a lot of reels that actually have like a little release button here, and I found that when you're palming the reel, a lot of times you'll have the tendency to actually hit that quick release button, and sometimes your side plate will actually fall off. So this is a really good, simple design by Abu Garcia. And you see this little rod here, it's got this little notch. I kind of just put my thumb on that, push it towards the right side, and then you're able to pull back on your side plate here and actually pull that out of the way. And you can see how simple this braking system is. It just utilizes these 5 magnets right here, and it presses against the reel spool here, and that's what slows down your spool. Just a real simple system. Okay, and then just kind of clicks back into place and make sure it's seated, and then you're able to adjust your braking system. Okay, the spool release is really positive. You can hear it click. All right, you know you're clicked in, you're not gonna have to guess. I've fished with some reels where you click it, sometimes you don't get fully engaged, and sometimes you do. So there's no guesswork in this. Looking at the reel seat here, it is a more budget-friendly reel seat. You have like a EVA foam piece up here that you tighten the reel seat up with, but the reel seat really isn't exposed. You can see the rod blink just a little bit, and that'll give you just enough sensitivity to actually feel when a fish bites. But other than that, it's pretty much covered up. Okay, so if you're looking for something a little bit more sensitive, go up to the next upgraded version, and that is the Pro Max. Also, and then the next version up from that is the Revo X, which in my opinion is one of the best Abu Garcia rods for the money you can get. And I'm also going to place in the description box the link to Walmart where you can grab this. And pretty much any retail store will actually have the Black Max. And if you didn't know, this is the most popular rod and reel combo that's ever been released. Can't remember where I saw that fact, but I looked it up one time, and that was pretty cool. These come in usually around 58 or 68 bucks at Walmart, which is an awesome deal, and you can't really beat that. So out here I have the Blue Max, which is also a great combo if you're looking for one. And I'll place the link to my review of the Blue Max in the description box. This is another option from Walmart, and this is a Walmart exclusive. In my opinion, this Blue Max has a better rod. The reels, I would rate them about the same. Okay, but the rod, you're getting wind grips for both the butt sections of the handle here. The trigger and the reel seats are the exact same, minus the front part of the reel seat here where you tighten it does not have an EVA foam part. Okay, I like this a little bit better. I don't need that EVA foam. I think it just gets in the way. This right here is going to allow me to have a little bit more sensitivity and a little bit more control over the rod. Okay, when we're looking at the size of the reel, both of these fit in my palm really good. Okay, I'm gonna have really good positive control over the reel, and it's gonna allow me a lot of comfort while I'm out there fishing throughout the day. And just a little comparison here, I believe they're really about the same size. Okay, the bearing count, if you're wondering about this, is a 4+1 bearing. So you're gonna get 4 ball bearings and 1 roller bearing. Yeah, for the money, if you can go ahead and get the Blue Max, I think you'd be better off, just because the handles are so much better, in my opinion, than the EVA foam. But then again, EVA foam is tried and true, and it does hold up for the long term. So I found that these Blue Max, or any of the wind grips, they tend to get pretty dirty over time. But the very first couple years you have it, these things are awesome. Okay, so if you're looking for longevity, maybe the EVA foam might be your better option. But guys, I don't think you could go wrong with either one of these combos. Now, if you were to come across a Black Max combo that is the previous version, it'll have these knobs on it. These are the standard Abu Garcia knobs, which are pretty awesome as well, so I don't think you could go wrong with either combo. So the Blue Max here has a stiffer, medium heavy action rod, and it has a little bit more backbone, so if you're fishing heavier baits, you're actually going to be able to get a better hook set than if you did with a medium action rod. Now this Black Max has a medium action 6'6" rod, so you can see this bends a lot more. It's going to be really ideal if you're fishing small crankbaits, something that has smaller treble hooks, or even this small jig that I have right here. Great for jerk baits as well as any other light bait like that. And this medium action rod is going to assist you with casting those lighter baits further. So definitely ideal for those crankbaits. All right, I'm going to do some practice casts with this and show you guys how smooth this rod and reel operates. And just like that, it's like butter, real smooth. I'm not going to jig, I'm just going to kind of fish it all nice and easy. Kind of just bumping it off the bottom like a, kind of mimicking a crayfish. And the reel is really smooth. You know, I don't feel any grittiness. It's just nice and smooth. You can kind of hear, see how smooth that is? These handles, or the knobs, there's no play. They're nice. They feel very high quality. Even got the little Abu Garcia logo on them. So if you're looking for a really good entry-level budget bait caster, definitely check out the Abu Garcia Black Max. Pick you one up today. You're not gonna be disappointed with this. If you guys like these budget gear reviews, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. That way you can be informed whenever I'm rolling out new gear review videos like this all the time. So hope you guys enjoyed the video.